All right, it's me, LHMusic. Time for another edition of What Do We Learn for this week? Do you know what we learn for this week about the Epstein files? Well, here's your chance. We just been through this, and I did post it on my website, lhmusicsworld.weebly.com, about the Epstein files. And guess what? Here's my observation for you. And now you know the rest of the story you know I'm talking about. So here's my take on this one. Bill and Hillary Clinton wants to testify under oath. And why? Because everything else can be civilized about the Epstein files. And then, if you missed last Sunday's Grammy Awards on CBS, here's my observation. Trevor North is made of Trevor Noah. You know, that's right. hmm Daily Show host on Comedy Central, and now the Grammys. I mean, this is his last one. Yeah, whatever. And that's why he made a fool out of President Trump. Go inside. Yeah, that's right. Epstein's Island. And it really don't even make sense at all. So who knows can be civilized? So that means, here's my observation for you. President Trump wrote this on Truth Social. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I can't even believe that, you know darn well it happens. So who knows can be civilized about this? That he says that he's going to pull the plug on Trevor Noah on purpose. That's what he gets for saying stupid things like this. And then, just remember, President Trump has executive orders to pull the plug on PBS, and so is NPR and Jimmy Kimmel and all that mainstream media crap. Because President Trump cannot stand a clue. So who knows can be civilized about this one. So that's a teaching a lesson not to do that again. And if it does happen again, guess what? President Trump will do this from now on. Trust me. It's so ridiculous. You have no clue whatsoever. And I have no objections. Okay, so that takes care of it, you know what I'm saying? So here's what we learn about that. Uh, what was it? What was that? Come on. So here's my observation for what do we learn for this week? This is what happens. You don't want to try this at home. About you guess that about all the Epstein conspiracy theorists in the world, or you know darn well it happens, and and it really makes sense about these things. So um, this is this is why it happens that Nicki Minaj is right all along, and that means she slams the door. Yes, on the abortion, it slams the door on this because Nicki Minaj hits the nail on the head about this one. But what about Billie Eilish and Bad Bunny? I know they want to talk about yeah, uh, abolished ICE, and you have no clue whatsoever. Give me one good reason why everybody knows it can't be trusted. Seriously, it can't be trusted from now on. You know, Bad Bunny's gonna do Super Bowl 60 this Sunday on CBS, or shall we say NBC? No, no, because I know the opening ceremony starts this weekend for the Winter Olympics in Italy, and I don't know, I don't know if ice hockey does this, and you know darn well it is. So my purpose is Bad Bunny's gonna do a halftime show. Boring, but boring. And want to talk about this is where you're wrong, Bad Bunny. Yeah, you're wrong. So who knows? So I may switch over to this one, All American halftime show from Turning Point USA, and I did post it on posted on my website. So you just said that just means as far as we're concerned. Who knows about this one? Okay, what do we learn for this week? Here's what we learned. Oh, wow, my God. Two things you ought to know by now. Six party, retirement party, and of course, Afrocentric choral even song at Resurrection. Oh my God! Here's the thing. This is why I invited. Yes, six retirement party last Friday. It was a huge blast. You don't want to you don't want to know about this because all my favorite friends, including Dale, as far as we're concerned, especially Tina is hiding. And she said, "I want my jacket. I want my bag." Same thing as Jetta is, but we have a blast. We have a wonderful time. You know who? That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Uh, yes. Little more goodies and fun, and we have a blast as we say goodbye to Sig and wish her good luck on her retirement. But if she wants to come back and volunteer with me and the rest of the volunteers, well, you have to ask Tracy about this one. They'll be better. Okay, last Wednesday nights, yes, Afrocentric Carl Even song and Resurrection. Oh my God, it was so amazing that my friends Nola and Jeannie and my resident singers joined together with St. Andrew's Episcopal Church Choir, along with David Shack and Michael Bauer and Reverend Keith Winton, and so is Reverend Tony and Reverend Michael. Oh, by the way, thank you, Reverend Tony, for giving me this bag. My dad will be very proud and give me a warning. Do not tear things up. I know, Dad. Ugh, but who knows? Keep it civilized. Trust me. Trust me. But it was a huge blast, and oh boy, it was a fabulous service last Wednesday night at Resurrection. And I was the cantor and I did sing with Carol, Nola's daughter, and it's gonna be huge. Trust me, it was a blast. And finally, I get a chance to do my LHMusic World website, so I'll do that later on tonight as well. And few last words. Blaze Nation Weekends returns because I'm gonna do this at Zozo Coffee House, and it's gonna be huge from Angels on Productions, and it's gonna be wonderful. Talk about Epstein Files and Super Bowl weekend and all that stuff. Same thing as Friday Night Blaze Nation podcast from Angels on Productions, and don't forget Saturday Night Blaze Nation website is on. You know what I'm talking about. Trust me, and it's gonna be huge. And one last word for the day is if you listen to these two podcasts, listen to it from now on. Trust me, because I'll be doing this at Zozo Coffee House. That is today and tomorrow. No questions asked. And I did ask Zozo Coffee House baristas. I can choose study room number 4, and it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be on from Angel Stone Productions, and so it's these two websites, wixsite.com, and so it's weebly.com, and you glad you did. And so it's Saturday Night Blaze Nation website from, you guessed it, weebly.com, and you glad you did. Anyways, that's all we have to learn this week. But I'll be back next Thursday to wrap things up with a little bit of addition of what do we learn this week. Well, you might say so in the first place. Until we meet again, I'll see you next Thursday. And I'm signing off from LH Music. I'm out. Bye-bye.